Hi guys, so I just came back from Singapore and of course I went book shopping. So today I'd like to share with you some of the books I bought from Singapore. So I mainly bought from 3 bookstores. One is Kinokoniya, and then the other one's Popular, and then a small bookshop in Tiong Bahru, which is BooksAcutally. The first books I'm going to show you I bought from Kinokoniya. So the first one is Kojiki by Keith Yatsuhashi. I think it's a fantasy novel. I'm not quite sure what it is about, but the cover drew me in, and then I read some of the back of it in the summary, and then it hooked me. So I'm going to read this very soon. It's quite thick though, so it might take me some time to read it. So next is a book I've been wanting to read. This is The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. So I bought this because of the cover, and not only that, I've been wanting to read it since before, but when I was in Singapore I saw this and then I didn't see this cover back here in Manila. So I was like, why not buy it? So there. So next one is a book I don't often see, but I've been wanting to read, which is Invisible Monsters Remix by Chuck Palahniuk. I think that's how you pronounce it. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. So it's about, from what I know, correct me if I'm wrong, it's about this actress or supermodel who's very pretty who gets into an accident and then things start to happen after that. I forgot exactly what it's about, but it goes in that direction. Again, what a beautiful cover. Next one is a local book from Singapore. It was written by one author. Yeah, by an author in Singapore, a Singaporean author, which is Corridor. It is a collection of short stories. And this one I've finished already. I've been reading it on the bus and on the trains in Singapore. And I actually enjoyed this one. It was the first Singaporean literature I've read, and I'll be reading more. The next books are from Kinokoniya. It's one of my favorite bookstores in Singapore. Next is Harry Potter, which is the Chinese version of Harry Potter. I've been wanting to reread the series, and then I thought, why not reread it in Chinese, just to practice my Chinese. If you didn't know, I'm actually Chinese, but even though I'm in the Philippines, I'm Chinese, so I'm excited to read how it was translated in the language. Lastly, from Kinokoniya, I bought Strange Library by Haruki Murakami. This one I read at the airport and finished. It was an okay read. I was expecting something more to it, but it was very short, and I would have enjoyed it more if it was a bit longer. So yeah, but it was okay. Okay, the next books are from Popular Bookstore. It's one of the most popular bookstores in Singapore. I see it a lot in a lot of malls. So the first one is Chinese Cinderella. I'm sure you know about this book. I've been wanting to read it also, so I grabbed a copy of it since it was just $8. Next is Oh the Light We Cannot See. I grabbed this edition because I like the British edition more than the American cover. Next is The Versions of Us. Now this book, I've seen it on Goodreads a lot before, but I never saw it here in my country, so I got it. And look at that cover, it's very beautiful. I keep on talking about covers, I'm sorry, I'm not that shallow, but I'm a bit shallow with covers. I'm sure you can relate, like covers usually bring you in also. So these last 4 books are from BooksAcutally, which is a local independent bookstore in Singapore, which I enjoyed because they offer a lot of Singaporean literature and by local authors. So the first one is a collection of poems, which is Before We Are Ghosts by Tan Lixin. So it's just a collection of short poems by her. Next is not Singaporean literature, but I've never seen it before, which is Ajax Penumbra 1969. It is the prequel to Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So I didn't even know that it had a prequel. So when I saw it, I grabbed it immediately. And it's very short. How many pages is it? It's just 91 pages. Oh, I just realized it had a stamp. They stamped it at BooksAcutally. That's cool. It's a reminder where I bought it. So yeah, I'm gonna read this soon because it's just short. I'll finish it in one sitting. The next two are Singaporean literature. Again, this one is another collection of short stories by Singaporean authors. This one focuses on how it is like to live in different areas of Singapore. So this one I'm really excited to read because I want to know more of how life is in Singapore, especially for the locals. Then lastly, this is actually a children's book, but it intrigued me since it's a Singaporean book, which is Sherlock Sam and the cloak classmate in Macready. I'm not sure how you pronounce that last word. But this is actually a series. I got the 6th book in the series for some reason. But I think that was the only available book at that time at BooksAcutally. Although I saw this at Kinokoniya, the complete series, but I wasn't sure if I would enjoy it. So I just grabbed one and then hope I enjoyed it. Like, there are pictures inside, so yeah. So those are all the books I bought in Singapore. Have you been book shopping in Singapore, or have you read any of these I've showed you today? Please tell me down below what you think about them, and if you'd like to recommend any other Singaporean books to me, then go ahead. Thanks. Bye.